Flavor Flav. I posted a video today of Flavor Flav, and that video was us at the Soul Train Awards. We was chilling, and we was getting in training for the Tupac movie. Big shout out to Zul Vodka right now, my boy. We got our special guest coming on, Young Buck. Y'all know him, LA Buck. Buck is one of the most, when I say talented individuals, but he's really connected. So I think the most influential person in pop culture right now, Mr. Ray J himself. You know what I'm saying? Raycon, shout out Raycon and all the nice earbuds. We're going to get a couple given to us. Next week, we're going to bring Ray J and potentially Buck to YouTube space to do the actual podcast. We're going to be at YouTube. Right now, we are live on the Truth About Tupac. We have over 140, I think, Asher, what is it, 250 million to this day viewers, and we have over 140,000 subscribers and listeners right now just on our Facebook Live. Thank y'all for going to biggerpicturesproductions.com. Thank y'all for going to the Truth About Tupac and Bigger Pictures Productions YouTube channel. Again, the topic we're going to break down right now, before we bring Buck on our first guest, is what's going on in hip-hop. The top tabloid in Wall Street Journal, right? Check this out. Wall Street Journal is talking about, I'm going to read y'all this article right now. This is amazing. And we made it in 2020. And the biggest thing, while we're figuring out who the new next president is going to be, all four factors of hip-hop is now separated. Yes, it's official, like a referee with a whistle, a gangster with a pistol. Unexpected 2020. Chuck D and Flavor Flav. Public Enemy is now separated. This is amazing. I'm here reading the Wall Street Journal. All right? That's how important our culture is. Public Enemy. It's pretty clear that the 2020 presidential election was going to be divided. Who would have guessed it would have contributed to the splittering of one of the most famous political groups in hip-hop history? Why did Public Enemy separate? On Sunday, Public Enemy, the pioneering rap group, announced it was parting ways with longtime member Flavor Flav. He and Chuck D, the group's leader, have been quarreling for some time. Politics played a major role, and so did money. And now we have another topic on which the nation is split. Flavor Flav camp said that the star didn't want his likeness used to promote Chuck D's performance at the campaign rally for Democratic presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders. He defends and says politics has little to do with it, and that Flavor Flav simply won't appear if he isn't paid, y'all. It's about the money. You feel me? Show me the money, Flavor Flav said. Boy, he said, if he isn't paid, he ain't showing. The very Public Enemy, the group that we love, is now separated, y'all. This is the topic today on the Truth About Tupac. What did Public Enemy mean to you? What was your first song you heard with Public Enemy? What was you doing? You know what I'm saying? What did Public Enemy stand for in that time? We got a young generation and audience of people that really don't know how big Public Enemy was. So I'm going to bring on not just a rapper, not just anybody, but I'm going to bring on a real pioneer in the game, my man LA Buck, who got the dopest song out with A.B. Compton. Big shout out A.B. Compton. You know, he's been up to YouTube. Big shout out his management. And we had a major breakthrough, a world release that we're going to announce exclusively on the Truth About Tupac podcast, y'all. We officially going to release this song, It Never Rains, in Cali, featuring Buck and Ray J. So let's take a moment as we get Buck into the phone lines. And also, I want y'all to call in on the phone lines. I want y'all to tell me what you think about our favorite group, our forefathers. All right? Public Enemy separating y'all due to politics. We got enough division going on. Why does Public Enemy and Flavor Flav got... First, they just took the minister off of Facebook. Now, Public Enemy gone, y'all. So holler on the Truth About Tupac. Also, you can look up the Chuck D interview and look up my exclusive interview that we posted today with Flavor Flav. Let's play this song with Young Buck, It Never Rains, in Cali. I'm going to take some calls, and I'm going to go live on my Instagram and see if I can get some more people on this radio station, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. Hey, yo, Asher.
What up? What up, D? What up?
Talk to the listeners. Tell us how strong we are right now on Facebook. Tell them what happened when we went to the Grammy Museum with the Truth About Tupac cameras. Interviewed Chuck D because I got kicked out as I was hanging out with a fiend. I couldn't get into the actual interview, so you actually took over that interview. Tell us what went down when you asked Chuck D a few questions and what you felt, and then I'm going to follow up and talk about my Flavor Flav interview. Asher's repping Chuck D, y'all. I'm representing and holding it down for Flavor Flav. So, Asher, let's go. I want to ask you, what happened when you interviewed Chuck D at the official Grammys Tupac exclusive museum tribute for the Grammys when we met Afeni Shakur with Tupac, Truth About Tupac cameras rolling?
Yeah, man, that was pretty cool, man, to interview Chuck D and ask him sort of my long standing questions about the 18 reasons that he had said that like Tupac was still alive back in 97. And I'd always wanted to interview him about that. And, you know, I was able to tell him about, you know, the Tattoo Dreams, Truth About Tupac and what it stood for, and the acronym, and, you know, kind of relate to him on sort of that, on the revolutionary tip, on the political tip of Pac, and, you know, his connection with the Black Panthers and just sort of that whole thing of being a Panther Cub. And it was really awesome. And it was likewise awesome to be with you when we rolled up on Flavor Flav at the Soul Train Awards, and, you know, to see all the love that he had for you, and then as well to, you know, embrace us and to share his stories about how Pac saved his life. That was pretty powerful. But you know what, D, I like the angle you're going with this. And right now, you know, we got some listeners tuning in. We're still building up right now. We're sending the invite out. I'm actually in the process of just, I think the sound is a little hot. So for your listeners out there, we got two recordings going on. We got our audio recording that is going to be burnt down into our podcast distribution. And then we got the live stream through the YouTube. So for everyone tuning in live, you're tuning in through the YouTube. Bigger Picture Productions in collaboration with Truth About Tupac Movement. So help us share the link, get the word out. Darius about to bring on a bunch of guests. He was just letting them know, let them know, Darius, who you got coming on tonight. And then let me.
Yeah, I got it.
Go for it.
Yeah, I got a hell of a lineup. For all of our 250 million viewers, 1 billion minutes in watch times, 1 million subscribers across. The Truth About Tupac, y'all, is a movement. It's official like a referee to whistle. I'm bringing my man, L.A. Buck, like no other. L.A. Buck, Young Buck, a.k.a., has got an album out, y'all, called Bucktail, signed to Warner Brothers, Knockout Entertainment, Ray J, RMM, big shout out Big Percy and Snoop. They all on the album. Most importantly, got the biggest single, It Never Rains, in Southern California, featuring Corrupt and A.B. Compton. It's a banger. It's a smash. It's what we pushing for 2020. And it's really one of those things that we got behind because obviously we wanted to break exclusively that Ray J got the rights from Suge Knight for the Death Row movie coming soon. You heard it here on the Truth About Tupac first. Bigger Picture Productions podcast. So also, our next caller that we wanted to bring in was somebody special. I don't know if you guys know, but Angela, our SkidRowSista, she is featured in the actual Justin Bieber's video. And it's the special video that's dedicated to the homeless shelter house on Skid Row. And this sister put together a poem that she's going to drop for us on the Truth About Tupac, knowing that Pac was a poet. And more importantly, we want to support her because their video has went viral. They have a GoFundMe campaign. They've raised, I think, close to $500,000 since Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has put up an additional $500,000. I know this don't have nothing to do with the Chuck D and the Flavor Flav breakup, Public Enemy breakup, which I'm just disgusted right now.
But we can get her thoughts on I mean, see what the youth think. Like somebody like herself, what she been going through. I mean, does it even matter? You know what I mean? Like, what's her thoughts and getting Chuck thoughts?
I mean, she an OG. She an OG. She loves Chuck. She's on your side, man. She a Chuck D.
Well,
I
yeah, you kind of forcing me to play the
I'm
position.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, you forcing me to. I got mad love for Flav. That's why this is such a heartbreaking situation. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think anyone that know the history, the public enemy history, how can it not be heartbreaking? That's why I thought this would be such a great topic. So yeah,
but I'm saying
on.
Chuck D going after Bernie Sanders, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Flav is not feeling the politics, though, man. I mean, in 2020, you gotta kind of think about it like Chuck D. Like, are we really gonna support the system that ain't supporting us? Like, you supporting the system now when you was against it? Like, are you against it only when it's in your benefit or not in your benefit? Like, wait, I'm confused.
Right.
And I'm calling it out.
100%.
I'm calling it out, bro. And it's one of our pioneers. This got me heartbroken. You feel me? Because obviously, Flavor Flav is not getting paid, and he like, why are we supporting something that don't support us? So speaking of support, I want to go to the lines, and I want to see what the people think. So I need some people to call in right now on this public enemy breakup. Because right now, as you know, we are the public enemy. You know what I'm saying? The black male is the public enemy, but we don't have no voice. You know what I'm saying? That's why Tupac was so important to us. Because he was speaking and being that reporter and that voice coming from a place of passion and coming from a place of where the real alpha male who's lost their voice in this day and time was being emasculated lies. We're being... Like, it's just sad, man. We don't have no leadership and we don't have no voice. So, what's up, y'all? I need to hear something back from my people. What do y'all think on Public Enemy as we waiting for Buck to call in to talk about this new album, Buck Tales, that him and Ray J just dropped, on top of finding out this Death Row movie exclusive. Big shout out to Jay Sanchez, all my family in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Don't Sleep Promotions. He put me on the phone with the connect to the Justin Bieber and Justin Timberlake producer. Had a big conversation with him. That's why we're actually going to meet the poet from the video, from the Skid Row video that Justin Bieber did. It raised a lot of money to end homelessness. So we wanted to have a little segment to where we have a little heart and we give back for all of our community listeners. If y'all want to go to the GoFundMe page, she's going to come on and tell you exactly how you can keep supporting. And
that's what's up. Yeah, I got the we're putting the call-in number on the screen right now for all the listeners. Hold tight. We're going to have a number for you to call in, so you could call in and talk with D-Love directly. Give him your thoughts on this whole situation. Flavor Flav versus Chuck D. And Bernie Sanders. And then the other flip side of it is we got Young Buck. Now tell me this, did you give Young Buck the new name LA Buck, or is that what he's going by now?
No, he went ahead, the issue was between, it was so many Bucks in the business, right? You got Young Buck from G Unit, you got a couple other people naming themselves Buck, and so he just basically rebranded it LA Buck because he's a native from LA, originally from DPG. You know what I'm saying, from Knockout. So it's L.A. Buck, you know what I'm saying, the one and only. L.A. Buck, Dog Pound. Dog Pound's finest. L.A. Buck's on the phone right now, y'all. This is a special moment on the Truth About Tupac. We're only 250 million viewers, 1 billion minutes in watch times, 1 million subscribers, and we got the exclusive worldwide release with my homie, my one and only, the L.A. Buck. L.A. Buck. What's up with it, man? Tell us how does it feel to be worldwide, traveling, G6 jetting, Ferrari clutching, you know what I'm saying? Hopping from the fight to the Grammys. Man, I'm on your gram. I'm like, damn, can I get a VIP ticket?
Oh, man, I'm just trying to do what I do best, is create good energy and good music and give the people what they want, man, and stay busy, man. I spend more time in the air than on the ground because, on the ground it's just so much bullshit you got to go through. So I figure, if you stay in the air, I mean, shit, a nigga at least got to go up to the clouds to catch you.
Man, that's the realest shit I ever heard, Buck, because, at the end of the day, I don't know if you own a jet company or own a jet, because every day I see you in a different time zone, a different zip code, but most importantly, you roll solo. Or are you either with your bro, Ray J? So how take us back and then bring us forward.
You know what it is, man. You know, from Doggy Style, Death Row, '93. Me being an A&R and an artist and a rapper with producer with Death Row, me and LT Hutton producing all of that LBC shit.
LT,
and,
shout out.
You know, bad all of that stuff.
Yeah, rest in paradise.
Being in the studio with Pac and Danny Boy and Suge and DJ Quick and all of us at Can-Am working on all the albums and all the projects, and it was just it was a great learning experience. It was a great learning experience, and I got a chance to learn everything that I needed to learn back then, so I can use it for today and do what I do.
Wow, Buck. So today, okay, so now, here's what's interesting that I think a lot of people don't know, right? You are very instrumental in Ray J's life in business, and as well as Brandy's life in her entertainment career, as well as your own career. How have you been able to manage these three mega careers and at the same time focus on your own?
You know what? To be honest, I've always been a person that, I'm a people person, and I love people, and I love the people, and I love giving back. So giving back and loving the people has always actually been in my heart and been in my soul since a child. So it's not even really about Ray J or Brandy. I have a habit of putting people before me, because if you put the people first, then the people will give you back the energy that we need to survive out here in this world. So that's mainly what it is. I cater to my friends and family. Then, still get my stuff done as well, because I figure, if I help the people,
come on,
my job is going to get done anyway, and that's
come on, you blessed to be a blessing, Buck. You have been a blessing from every single different organization you named, starting with Snoop and Dog Pound, and then going to Death Row and Suge, and then going
and then Knockout,
and creating
Knockout, man,
and then Knockout.
And then
now let's talk. Now, see, this is what I think people don't realize is what you guys did with Knockout. Ray J is so. You guys and Raycon and Ray J and the whole, every single entity this man has touched. You guys are responsible for somewhat of the main pop culture. What I would say, brands, movements. I mean, let's break it down. Let me tell you where I'm taking you. So, all right, you and Ray, y'all got this little thing called the Hip Hop of Love that was the first reality show, basically, right?
You talking about For the Love of Ray J?
For the Love of Ray J was the first reality show I think that the networks really hit with Mona Love, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was For the Love of Ray J, and I was on the show, and I was the one that said dangerous. She smashed her homies, and that blew up and went viral.
That went viral, which was my next question, is when she smashed the homies, y'all did a song, did a movie, and it spun off. Did you ever think that this show would have such success to where it would be a spinoff and actually carry a whole network like MTV and VH1?
Absolutely not. I think when we're focused and we're working, we don't really look at what something is going to do. We just kind of stay focused on what we're doing, and whatever hits is a blessing, and whatever doesn't, we don't let it bother us. We just get back up on our feet and we try again, because everybody fails and everybody falls. So I don't even want to make it seem like we've never failed and we've never fallen. We just try to put a cloud over some of the times when we fall, so people don't really see when we fall. But me being real and being a human being, I done failed so many times. Ray J failed so many times. I done had to get up and get right back on my feet so I can do what I do to keep moving forward. You can't move forward without falling. I tell people that. People think you can just move forward. No, you gotta fall down a couple times, man. You gotta fall. Sometimes you gotta fall on your face. Sometimes you gotta fall flat on your face.
Speaking of, give us a testimony, Buck. Tell us it wasn't always G6s. It wasn't always Ferraris and double Rs. It wasn't always caviar in the stars. Tell us some of your
absolutely not. It was ramen. It was Southwest and ramen noodles, and it was TWA. Which TWA is not even here anymore. That was one of my favorite airlines back in the day. There is no more TWA. But there's still commercial flights. There's still Top Ramen. There's still Cheerios and everything that we grew up to. You know, so
Come on.
It doesn't. Nothing really changes, man. You know,
come on. Bubble. You gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go through the struggle, the bubble. And the most important thing,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm hearing from you. The spirit of conquering. I'm hearing in the spirit of you of victory. I'm hearing in the spirit of you being in a place of just being centered and focused and in control. So let's talk about that. We got into Ray J and with you guys doing what you did for the love of Ray J and branding and bringing in reality show. You guys are basically created this whole reality show movement that now has launched networks. The next thing that I wanted to point out that you guys were responsible for in pop culture was
here it goes. You're gonna now you're gonna make me talk about how I introduced Ray J to Kim.
Yes, I need that exclusivity with these 250 million viewers, because that's what's gonna get your album out. Because I think that most people need to know the story behind the music, and that's why we wanted to bring you on the Truth About Tupac podcast, because there's so much history behind Buck and Death Row and DPG with Ray J, but just Buck being that influence.
I'll keep it real light until I get to the actual station with you. But for now, let's just say this. You know, it was a blessing being able to introduce my friend Kim Kardashian, introduce her to my brother Ray J. That was a blessing. You know, it was a lot of great work done with putting people together, because I'm a people person. I love putting people together to make history. So that was a blessing. I got to help Ray J. I got to help Kim. So I got to help both of my friends. But that was just, 2006, 2007. Me wanting to introduce my friend that I grew up with, me and Kim and Chloe and all of us, we used to go up to Michael Jackson's house when we were kids. So we used to all go up to Neverland and play on the rides and watch movies and all of that. So this was before Ray J knew Kim or knew anything about Kim, any of that. So I called her one day and I said, I want to introduce you to my brother Ray J. And she came over to Ray J's house, and all of a sudden they started dating for the next 4 or 5 years. It was a blessing. It worked out. People got together and got a chance to make history together. And, at the end of the day, we're all still friends. We're all still family. And, everybody's doing well and everybody's blessed. And that's what it's about.
Yo, Buck, so toast, like drink champs with Noriega. I got my Exul vodka with a little splash of this ginger ale beer. And I'm toasting to that exclusive bomb that we just dropped. Only L.A. Buck could do. Speaking of bombs that we dropping on the Truth About Tupac 200. Yeah. You toasting with me? Let's toast to that one. You feel me? Now, talking about bombs, the bombs we dropping, check this out. But tell us about your album, and tell us about what you're doing with Warner Brothers and how you got the deal, and more importantly, this single. Oh, man, you sent me the link. I got the exclusive with Corrupt on it. My man A.B. Compton and Ray J. It Never Rained. You remixed the Tony.
Yeah, man, I had to do it, man. It came to me in the middle of the night. I've always loved that song, and it came to me in my spirit. And I said, you know what? Nobody's redone It Never Rains. It came out in 1996. It's 2000. We're talking 26 years later. And I'm like, nobody's redone that. So it came to me in my spirit. And when God gives me intuition, He puts something in my spirit, I always roll with it. So I called the producer immediately. I had him flip the beat. I called Tony. Dwayne Wiggins was nice enough and kind enough to add guitar to the song and give me his blessings. And we flipped it. I got Ray J. I convinced Ray J to do the hook. He thought it was a great idea. Ray J jumped on it. Then I went and got Compton AP on it. Then I got Corrupt on it. And it drops March 17th, 2020. It Never Rains in Southern California.
What are you doing it? March 17th. It's the biggest day for LA right now. I need everybody to stand up and go support LA Buck with this #1 single. To all of our fallen compadres, to Kobe Bryant, to Nipsey Hussle.
The song is dedicated. The song is dedicated to Kobe and Gianna in LA. Because we California, man, boy, it fucking rained the day Nipsey passed, and it rained the day Kobe passed. So it does rain. The West Coast is hit hard, and we need sunshine. So this song is about love, it's about sunshine, and it's about people coming back and getting back to the right mind frame, because we've been sad, we've been depressed, and it's time for us to come together and have something that we can all sing and sing to and know that it was done for the right purposes and for the right reasons.
Hey, Buck, I got a special CEO and founder of cryptocurrency on Agua Crypto. It's a cryptocurrency. It's an amazing music technology and platform. But Will is an artist himself, and he just want to talk to you about questions on how to market his music. How did you get your deal? How did you get the album with Ray J? How did you get this hot single that's dedicated to Kobe, Tupac, and Badass, and all of our fallen soldiers? Because we were crying tears, and it was raining that day. So it never rains in L.A. It's a dedication, Will, that L.A. Buck has created. One of the top guru producer, rapper, producers, TV producers. He's been responsible for introducing Ray J to Kim Kardashian. He's been responsible for helping with the love of Ray J as a producer on the show. They have put together the Raycon company, and now most importantly, his album.
I discovered the producer Detail. I discovered Dre Sinatra.
Oh my God!
Detail.
Come on.
Okay.
So now, Will, what's your question you have as an artist when you have someone like L.A. Buck who has a reach and a range to any artist that has a reach and a range, has his own deal? You as an artist, we wanted to put you on the phone with a real L.A. icon named L.A. Buck. Say hello to Will, one of our callers, CEO. What up, Will?
Hey, how you doing, L.A. Buck?
Angela,
SkidRowSista. You got the best hand. You got the best hand.
Ray J, what's happening, man? How you doing? Man, I was, a lot. There's a lot going on here. Let me start with the most importantly, the Kobe Bryant situation, and let me please shed a little light on that, because I'm a Bay Area guy, and Kobe terrorized us, my whole life. And at one point, after it was obvious that Kobe was the man. I remember when Kobe actually defeated me, is when I bought a pair of his sneakers. And then, it was a whole thing where I had finally admitted defeat to Kobe, because the sneakers was fly, he was the man, and there wasn't nothing none of us could do about that. You know what I mean? And even going from Adidas to Nike, and how he pulled that off smooth, which a lot of people don't really talk about, them first Adidas Nikes. Those first Adidas Kobe's. That was this is my relationship with him, through sneakers, through sports, and I even had respect for his rap verse. So I just wanted to put that respect on Kobe in LA and give y'all that, first and foremost. Wow, Ray J, man, you're an entrepreneur. You have Bay Area experience. I know you've worked with a lot of people. You mentioned Noel. You had some music that you did out here too. And what I want to know, and LA Buck, you too, please feel free to chime in on this. What are the challenges facing an up and coming artist that have to get visibility, eyeballs, attention on their product, goods, and services? Because if you ask this question to people, no two people give you the same answer, and I'm just curious to know.
What answer have you been getting?
Well, I usually get, you got to get yourself a social media following, and then you got to get yourself hot, and then you got to sort of create a crowd around what it is you're, whatever point of impact you're trying to make. And, and that's
my opinion. My opinion in a nutshell is who you know. I know people that have gotten major record deals, and I'm not naming no names or doing no name dropping, and they didn't have no social media, nothing. They wasn't shit. It's because they knew the right person, and it was at the right place at the right time, and the person that pushed the button. So if a person wants to push the button, they don't care whether you have 1 million followers or 1 follower. If somebody likes your shit, right, and somebody wants to work with you, they're going to work with you regardless. That's what I found out, and that's just the bottom line. And then I've seen a lot of people with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of followers not get deals and get deals. So it's just me being in the business for 30 years plus, I just found out that at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is this business is based on who you know. If you know the right person, your life can change. All of that shit that people try to fill your head up with, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. Some people do, but those are the people that wasn't at the right place at the right time, that didn't meet the person that can push the green button. So they're not actually lying. They're telling the truth. But there's two truths. There's that truth, and then there's my truth.
Right. Interpretations. sounds like it comes down to everybody interprets things in their own way, and then it's about how you tailor that to be most effective for whatever strategy. For case in point, it was what was the brother's name, R&B artist? He was on a show, and he had the song with the brother from Mobb Deep that took off. I forgot his name. I want to say Mac Wilds.
Yes, Mac Wilds. Yep.
Okay, so there you go. Non-traditional route.
Great actor. Good friend.
Yeah, great actor. Turns his some positive exposure into a great record, and people got behind it. And that's a non-traditional route to get the single out. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there.
And speaking of albums, Will, now I want everybody that's listening, and Asher is telling me, Buck, I don't know if you know, this was a little preamble, because we know the real date of the album. We want to do something special for you at YouTube. Right now, everybody that's calling in and listening, we're going to do something real special. But tell them where they could download the song exclusively. And if they actually download and go follow you on your Instagram and DM you, we might give them a care package at the live podcast. Next podcast at YouTube, we'll invite them in and get them maybe a special gift. It could be maybe some Raycon earphones. It could be maybe some Exul vodka that I'm sipping on. Or it could be some Smokies private CBD product line we got. But at the end of the day, Buck, let's get the people that's going to support Buck and get this album out and pass the message. They're going to get invited to YouTube and get an exclusive one-on-one with Buck. And maybe you might get in the G6, G5 and go with Bucktails. Buck, tell us about Bucktails. Was Bucktails the name of the album because of you travel? It's a worldwide production and project to where you in the air. That's the whole concept, that you're in the air, not on the ground.
No, Bucktails is two different things. Bucktails is when I used to grow up. I used to have a favorite cartoon that I used to watch, and it used to come on the Disney Channel, and it was called DuckTales. So DuckTales is
that's
my favorite,
right.
favorite
That was
cartoon.
Scrooge McDuck. Yeah.
I took DuckTales and flipped it to Bucktails, and my alias is Scrooge McBuck.
Got it. So this is why the Rolls Royces, the Ferraris, the G6s, living this lifestyle discreetly. You don't floss it, you boss it. I got it.
Well, the whole thing is that I keep it on IG like Love and Hip Hop is on VH1. When I go out in public and I'm around friends and family and people that I grew up with, I have no jewelry on. I have no
humble.
No.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. He's Scrooge McBuck.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
No, nothing. I don't do that. I don't floss the life in public to my friends who are maybe not where I'm at or don't have what I necessarily have. All that's wrong. I don't get into it for that reason. I keep my life for myself. So when I hook up with my friends, I go Uber to my friends and I go back to my life. But I don't play the game of being flamboyant or putting the things that I've earned or the things that God has blessed me with, rubbing it all in people's faces and pulling up on people, hopping out and doing all of that. It just rubs people the wrong way. It's not cool. It's not diplomatic, and to me, it's distasteful. Everybody wants nice shit. Everybody wants money. And when you come around with nice shit and you have money and you're successful and you're coming around a group of people that doesn't necessarily have those things, it can create negative energy, bad energy, and you end up setting your own self up for failure. So it's better to keep everything totally separate.
Yes, drop that facts, Buck.
If you see me in a Rolls Royce, it's because you're following my Instagram and you've seen it on IG. If you see me in a jet, because you follow me on Instagram and you're watching me now, so that's beyond my control. You're watching me, so now you're seeing my life in a jet. That's the only way.
Come on. Now, speaking of following you on the Instagram, tell us the handles and everything they got to do to follow you and to be a part of your movement, Buck. We only 144,000 listeners right now.
You can follow me real quick before you drop that Buck. I just want to set the stage, man. I really love to hear your thoughts on the topic, and then but first definitely drop your links for the people, and I'd really love to hear your thoughts on this topic that we set up tonight.
That's what I was going to take us out. And the topic is definitely a very important one, Buck. You know, right now we got a real.
Sorry, Darius, real quick. I got to jump off the phone real quick. I got an important call. Can I call back?
Please, Will, please go ahead and go. Please go. Listen,
all right, I'll call right
what
back.
I'm saying,
it's a great conversation, by the way. Nice meeting you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Will.
You got it.
Yeah,
Thank you,
brother.
Peace.
So what I was saying, Buck, is very important right now. Our topic at hand is the most important one. Flavor Flav and Chuck D, the greatest rap group of all time, has separated because of politics. Now, we got another divide in our nation right now. We got the orange man in office, and then we got Bernie Sanders, the old man, creeping up in office, and Flavor Flav and Chuck D broke up because Flavor Flav didn't want to go perform in no Democratic convention party, Bernie, and Chuck D wanted to. Now, me and Asher interviewed Chuck D at the official Truth About Tupac cameras was there at the Grammy Museum, but Asher did an interview with Chuck D. I did the interview with Flavor Flav at the Soul Train Awards on the Truth About Tupac, and I'm riding with Flavor Flav, man. How we gonna support? Why should we support something that don't support us, right? I know today's voting day, but let's keep it real, bro. We getting emasculated and our heads blown off live on camera. There's no support for the black man, and there's no voice for the black male, and Public Enemy was our first voice. So I'm saying, Chuck D, what's up, bro? Are you support now the ones we was fighting against? So I'm with Flavor Flav. Where you at with it, Buck?
Well, I'm with Flavor Flav, but you know, me being on the inside, I know a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. And in order to drive energy towards a new project, some people choose to create a PR stunt to wake people up. So, you know, like I said, at the end of the day, when you haven't been in the media for so long and people kind of forgot who you are and you need to get that buzz rolling again, you got to shake up people with like a breakup, or you got to shake up people with something that's going to hit hard so people can go, you know, oh my God, damn, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? And then you reverse it, then you have everybody run out and buy the new Public Enemy album. So, you know,
Buck, you must be an A&R, executive producer / artist and visionary all in one. Scrooge McBuck. Everybody, I want to say thank you on the Truth About Tupac. Scrooge McBuck we've taken over a whole hour, Buck. I got 2 callers that came in, but I couldn't stop this. We were supposed to just get in, talk about the album, but you gave so much knowledge on money management. You gave so much knowledge on artistry and not allowing for excuses to understand that it's about not what you know, but who you know. You also gave us an exclusive on how you and Ray J and the whole family, Brandy, everybody at Raycon, everybody behind the whole Bucktail movement, from Knockout to DPG, you gave us the history of Death Row. One last thing, man. Speaking of Death Row, bro, I know
Ray J
you got boss. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Suge Knight, keep your head up. We also got the Truth About Death Row that we started. If you and Ray J could give us your blessings at YouTube to keep the Truth About Death Row going and start interviewing everybody on your behalf so we could bring these billion-plus viewers that watch, okay, 1 billion minutes of watch time, 250 million viewers strong, 1 million subscribers are yours, Buck, at any time. We're here to support you with the whole Bucktail movement. Please allow for Truth About Tupac Movement and Bigger Picture Productions to continue to serve you. If you need to come here and ever tell us or give us any exclusive or drop any knowledge or drop anything, our casa is your casa.
Yeah, I want to give two special individuals and 2 special companies that back me, and you know, I love them, they love me, and we're all a family, and you know them very well. I got 2 special shout outs, man. One to my management company and one to my marketing company. Shout out to my management company, Big C Style from Long Beach, Snoop's big homie from Long Beach, Big Style, Big
homie on the scene. Yeah.
And shout out to my marketing company, RMM, Mr. Big Percy.
Big P. Don't talk about me. Watch the moves I'm making. I love you, Buck.
Shout out to Big C Style and shout out to Big Percy and shout out to D Love. Serious love.
Hey, man, I love you, big bro. You have always held me down. You always brought me into the circles of the elite. And now the student is trying to become the teacher. I'm so thankful to be put in a position to give this opportunity to help you like you've helped so many, Buck. That is the most important quality about you, is always putting others first. And now we want to put Buck and the whole Buck Tales album as #1, y'all. Truth About Tupac Movement. It's official like a referee with a whistle, a gangster with a pistol. Truth About Tupac Podcast #2 with Buck Tales, a.k.a. Scrooge McDuck, my one and only.
If anybody wants to be successful out there, one last thing. Everybody needs to remember this. If anybody wants to be successful out there, always remain being the student. The second you become the teacher is when you fuck up.
Ooh. On that note, there it is. We gone. Platoon. It ain't no cartoon. Y'all keep logging in, you goons. Buck, I love you, fam. On our next segment, we're going to go out on a song with Buck Tales. It Never Rains in Southern Cali, featuring Corrupt, Compton, AB, RMM, Knockout has done it again. Buck Tales official. Rest in paradise, Kobe. Rest in paradise, Nipsey. Rest in paradise, Tupac. And a big rest in paradise, the badass DPG for life. Knockout. We gone. Great turn. All right, Ash, drop that song. And now
D-Love.
we have, yes, sir.
Yep. I think we got Angela online.
We have Angela on the line. Angela, thank you for being so patient. Usually it is women and ladies first. But you know what? There's a very famous saying, save the best for last. And first of all, Angela, like the name of Angela Davis, my sister, the strong, beautiful queen. I know it's been all about males. We haven't given none of the sisters no time. So I had to uphold this queen. Right now, everybody, I must let you know, she is going viral right now with her words, her spoken words, her poetry touches the heart and souls of all the people. Right now, she has been featured in the Justin Bieber's second single on his new album. It's not the Yummy Yummy, but it is the most heartfelt video on the internet, on the actual stations right now. Tell us about what you're doing, Angela, and how you guys were able to get Justin Bieber, the biggest star in the world, to not only feature you in his video, not only have you, your daughter, your grandson, but the most important, Angela, I want to talk about this house, what you're doing with the homelessness in this house. It's Skid Row. Talk to me. Tell me, how did this all happen? How long have you been serving and giving back? Before going into the poetry, how did you turn it into entertainment in the ministry? Wow.
Wow. So I thank you. And I just got into a place called Alexandria House. So I am from Youngstown, Ohio. And on June 21st, I got into my car with no driver's license, no automobile insurance, no AAA coverage, no spare tire in my trunk, and no tail lights on my car. And I drove to Los Angeles. It took me 7 days to do so because I could only drive in the daytime. I arrived here June 28th in 2000. And when I arrived here, because I had no plan in place, when you fail to plan, you can plan to fail. So I found myself on Skid Row because I didn't have anything. All I knew is I could sing. And when you can sing, you go to Hollywood. So I did. And when I got here, I found out that it is real life. And
Yes.
I found out that it was real life. And like I said, in 2000, this is where poetry met me when I arrived on Skid Row. When I got there, instead of being afraid and fearful because of what it looks like, I became inspired. And then these words started coming to me. There's a place in LA that's been titled obscure, where the spirits of the artist are richly overflowing and pure. Now, this is the first time I got word. So I'm tripping, and I would call home and talk to my daughter, and I would say this to her, and she said, wow, Mom, you should write that down. So I did. And whenever the words would come to me in one stanza at a time, I wrote it down, and it is what it formed my signature piece, SkidRowSista. So after I go through all that and I get housed somewhere, someone says to me, because it was squalor living conditions, they said to me, you should go and see Alexandria House because da-da-da-da-da. What is Alexandria House? It is a shelter from women and children. Okay, where is Alexandria House? It's in the Mid-Wilshire District in Los Angeles. Okay. What is the phone number? 213-381-2649. So I called. And once I got accepted in there with my children, which is something that never happens. They receive 1,000 calls a month now, and they are not able to help because we only have 24 beds. So I was able to get in on the first try. I was able to get in with my children, and I did. The founding director, Judy Vaughn, who is at the end of the intentions video, says, Angela, we're going to do a book. You want to submit something? I said, uh-huh. So she said, so I submitted SkidRowSista. They put it in the book. As a result of that one piece, SkidRowSista, I have built a following. I have done a one-woman show, and I am currently working my second show, and it'll be on the dates that I told you. It'll be indoors because on June 21st, I left Ohio. That would be the departure. And then on the 28th, I arrived here. That would be the arrival. So the first show, June 21st, I'm going to do indoors. Near the Skid Row area, the Independent is what it's called. It's a theater on Main Street in downtown. I'm going to do it indoors. And then on the 28th, I'm going to do it outdoors. I want to do Skid Row down there on San Julian so that people can come and see that we are people. Yeah. There's talent in the tent. We are people. Yeah. Before we were homeless people, we were just people.
Now, and you know something, I want to, right there, Miss Angela, first and foremost, let's applaud her, all 250 million viewers, 1 billion minutes watch times, 1 million subscribers. Let's all applaud Angela with a big buck, Truth About Tupac. Big shout out and hail to our queen. Rest in paradise to Afeni Shakur. It would have been such an honor to introduce you to her. You remind me of her strong spirit. And what I wanted to say to you is hearing you as a mother. Okay, your daughter is so beautiful, who's actually introduced this. She does my hair. She's a celebrity stylist. She does all of the top people. She's one of the best braiders. Big shout out to LaShawn and Brave Faze. And she is awesome. What's her location? She is. We'll post up her location info. What I wanted to talk to you about is, how with this play, how can we help you with Tupac's birthday being June 6th, in June, right?
Yes, it is.
And this being a special birthday for him. We want to figure out June 16th is Pac's birthday, which is a very close time towards your event. And this is a very special thing. Pac worked at a place called Home, which is a charity, and he helped give clothes back to the homelessness and a lot of the kids that were disenfranchised. A lot of the, kids, in Hollywood, most of the homelessness are young youth. So why we wanted to bring you on there, we know this is near and dear to Pac's heart, always giving back and working on Skid Row with the homeless and the youth. And we did a TV show with Layla Steinberg, Tupac's manager, where we went into the jails. Yes, and it was for A&E. We were shooting it as a pilot for A&E. Asher Underwood, the founder of Truth About Tupac, was producing this out of San Quentin. And like you said, people are people. And we went in with the Aim for Your Heart curriculum and taught the actual cellmates how to do poetry, how to do music, and how to find themselves and liberate themselves through the arts. and filmed it as a docuseries through BPP. So this is something where we would like to bring AIM and Layla and maybe incorporate on your play some of our students and some of our poetry and actually film it and actually help you get the word out and the message out. And speaking of getting the word and the message out, talk to us about the Justin Bieber opera. How did that all come about? How did Bieber find you guys at the home? How did you get in the video and star? And how did it feel to be a star yourself and go viral and doing something so good?
All I can tell you is I was raised in church, and I believe in people that can see further. They call them prophets in church, but they call them soothsayers, and I call them spooks. It doesn't matter. Whatever you call them, they can see further. And
That's right.
Many years ago, I was told, you will sing, and when you do, souls would be saved, people would be healed and delivered. So I'm thinking these people want me to go around and do a whole lot of gospel songs that I didn't really believe in, because at the time I was when your parents are no longer your only influence, you can learn more. And Facebook, because I love social media so much, you can experience other cultures. So there's more than the Bible, although that was all I was taught. While I was in those teachings, someone spoke a word into my life and said, you will sing. And when you do, all this stuff is going to happen. I am going to take you kind of, sort of, I'm paraphrasing now, the scenic route. And once you arrive at your destiny, you will be able to thank no one. It will just be. So, okay. I'm thinking I got to have this person. I have to have my sister, who is an amazing artist that you will see featured on my show. And then your mind will be blown at how much talent there is in the tent. I am an indoor SkidRowSista. She has been underneath the cardboard blanket, the cardboard box, and she's laid her head on the concrete pillow. Up to as recent as a year ago, she's been living outdoors. So I have that experience and her stories that I'm bringing to the stage. I have my things that I've gone through. My daughter, who is also the braids and fades queen, you were asking me, how do you get to her? She's mobile. She has her barber pole tattooed on her arm. So she can come wherever you are. All you got to do is hit her up. LaShawn at Braids and Fades 24, whatever it is. You can shout that out. You know her information.
Yes.
So,
I actually wanted to say to you, what's cool about what we're doing right now, you know, Pac was a huge poet, and his whole book was all about poetry. And I think what we're going to do is incorporate some of his poetry in your play and help you produce this, introduce Layla, the manager, and help keep the GoFundMe campaign going and supporting you. How much money have you guys raised for the house to this day due to the Justin Bieber video?
There is no way for me to tell you that. I am currently, first of all, currently
That's so cool.
experiencing homelessness. I am currently homeless right now. I do not live in some. I don't live anywhere. Something right now. So Justin Bieber comes. Right. When Justin Bieber comes, I then had to move out of my house. Right after I did the filming, they hit February 6th. I didn't have anywhere to live as of February 1st. So I wanted to be homeless in my car with my dog, who is also in the video. And Alexandria House is like, no, you will not live outdoors. So they've had my back and been putting me up in Airbnbs, and my paperwork is currently going through whatever it has to go through so I can get the Section 8 housing back in my name. I am hoping for something more divine. I would like my own home. I would like my gifts to make room for me and to bring me before great men that can afford me these things so that I can do my art on the inside. Put it inside, but I have my name is not on anything, so I am still homeless.
Well, this is why if you could give us the GoFundMe link, we have about another 2 minutes left on the show, and I want to get the importantly, once we get that GoFundMe link, we can now channel our viewers, which is a large audience, and to help and keep supporting you, and not just the house, but supporting you in particularly. Is there an Instagram or website? Is there a place where people can be able to contact you direct if they wanted to help? And then leave us any information pertaining to the play where people can now help support the play and see, like you said, mention the location. And then last question, within our 3 minutes, we got 3 minutes, 3 questions, is our topic. Here's our topic of the podcast for today, because I let you get to warm up and tell us your background and where you come from and what you do. We gotta let the ladies explain. Women take their time and when they do things. So I really appreciate your time. And what I wanted to ask you is, Flavor Flav and Chuck D, which is one of the most influential groups of our culture and history of hip hop, has separated, and I'm sad. I'm sad because I had an interview with Flavor Flav at the 2014 Soul Train Awards, and he was commending me on how such a great job I was doing becoming Tupac. And then my partner, Asher Underwood, interviewed Chuck D, and he's on Chuck D's side, and I'm on Flavor Flav's side. And what it's basically boiled down to, Flavor Flav did not want to go perform at the Democratic National Convention with Bernie Sanders, and Chuck D did. So they broke up. Because Flavor Flav was like, look, you're not paying me, and you want me to go perform at this Democratic National Convention. In our whole career, we've been talking about fight the powers, and now you want to unite with the power. So I know you're a real sister, and you're a real sister, so I had to let a sister take us out with how you feel about this situation. Because I'm a little devastated right now. You know what I'm saying? My public enemy. We ain't got the Minister of Farrakhan. Facebook done shut down the minister. We ain't got no voice for our people. The best group in hip-hop history is broke down. And the only voice we got left is you, sister. SkidRowSista. Take us out with this. What you feeling on this
one? Well, I think that the Democratic National Convention, I don't think that you should say no. I think that you should mount stages, and I think that you can get your message through another way. And I get that,
I like that.
That's how I feel. So it kind of upsets me when people have this big following, and then they say that they found Christ. I don't know where he was lost at, but they find him. And then their only audience is the church. Why are you limiting yourself like that when we have social media?
Right.
And you should get on the public stage so that you can talk about the things that are real to you. Let them that have ears, let them hear.
Hear.
But they gotta hear. You gotta be spitting the words.
You gotta be on the stage. You gotta be on the stage for them to hear.
That's where you gotta be. I'm just saying. When the mic is on, I run my mouth.
And so what you saying is Chuck D. And what you saying is Chuck D is saying, here's our perfect time to get back on the stage at 2020 to get our voice and our message and our energy back to the world. Ooh.
Listen.
I might be on Chuck D's side right now. You might just turn me into the biggest contradiction.
Well, I don't know if I have a side. All I know is run your mouth. Run your mouth.
Come on.
It ain't that it's bigger than left and right. It's bigger than that.
So this is right. So you heard the founder Asher Underwood chime in. He couldn't resist. You dropping so much heat now. Go ahead, Asher.
Well, you just prefaced it by saying that I was on Chuck's side and you was on Flavor's, and I'm not choosing sides. I want to see a more holistic dialogue.
Come on, man! I'm creating controversy. Work with me, man. This is podcast drama, man.
I love seeing that comment. I posted an article with the quote of Flavor Flav where he was saying you want to break up what we built over 35 years over politics, over Bernie Sanders, and it was basically like I just heard that. I always hear Bob Marley in my head. If I don't hear Machiavelli beating through my eardrum, I hear Bob Marley saying, "Don't ever let a politician grant you a favor because he'll always want to control you forever." You know?
Okay.
And so that's
whatever. So don't let that happen because we're in control. We still in the driver's seat, so we run that.
100%.
So if they say,
but either way, it's definitely beyond the right.
No, it's way past that.
It's beyond politics.
When they say, hey, Angela, we really love you. We're going to put you in front of a microphone and we're going to turn it on. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to run my mouth. I don't have time to choose sides. That's what's wrong with us. See, when Jimi Hendrix said, when the power of love overcomes the love of power, then the world knows peace. We got to be doing some other stuff.
Speak them facts, Queen.
We don't have time for all this who right and who wrong. We all got to band together, and since I see it from this angle, then I can tell you what's up over there, and we can work better. If you'll just let me look from right here.
Can you do us a favor, since we 60 minutes strong, can you take us out with some of them powerful words? Because in the beginning of the word, so take us out with a nice one of those poetry things that fire me up and turn me into a warrior, so we can send everybody home in the good prayers and with the angels, and have all our angels from Tupac to Nipsey to all of them listening to you, sister. We need a prayer. Before we go, I'll just say real quick, before we go out on a prayer, because that's a beautiful thing, and we should do that. But
it's
like a poetry prayer. She's gonna hit us with one.
We got some listeners tuned in, and I don't know if we have anybody actually on the phone that wants to speak. So I just want to open it up for the callers real quick. If anyone out there, Darris don't even know I've been blowing up the line. Everybody that's tuned in, we appreciate y'all showing love. We appreciate you tuning in. So you should call in. You got a few minutes to get your words out. Tell us what your thoughts is on the Flavor Flav versus Chuck D. Let us know what you're doing to better your community. Drop your links and thoughts. And then, again, we'll have Miss Angela take us out. But I just want to open it up if there's anyone else out there.
And before we take it out, can we get a Truth About Tupac salute to Miss Angela for taking care of all of our people on Skid Row at the same time, putting a play together about their stories, about their testimonies that's going to minister to our hearts, so we can give back to her GoFundMe. Give us the GoFundMe, Miss Angela, and then take us out with whatever words you think is suitable for today's topic.
Suitable for today's topic. Okay, the GoFundMe information I do not have in front of me, but a way to get in touch with...
We'll post it up. Don't worry. We'll post it up for everyone.
SkidRowBusinessManager@gmail.com is a way to, access me. Because other people handle this, and I just kind of found out that I was going to do this, so I really apologize. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's my fault.
It's not. We're not going to fault anyone. Now we know.
That's right.
When you knew better, that's when you could do better. Just right then. We know that.
Amen.
So awesome. I would end on, I'm not sure if you want poetry or a song, but I can do
whatever
either.
Comes to your beautiful heart, because I think all 250 million plus viewers and 100 million subscribers is just loving what you've already done for us thus far. So whatever you do is coming from God.
I will do an excerpt from Cardboard Blankets, Concrete Pillows, which I say, on and on it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Where the east wind blows, my reflection shows chilly toes, no open doors. I came here to achieve my success. Was told I would be blessed, still I attest to street life distress. Don't wanna smell like the rest, so I do my very best. I wanted more and wound up with less. 7 whole days out here, a brand new kind of fear as I lose the battle to hold back another tear. I need a break, so I rest on my lazy boy crate. And oh, boy in a tent asked me for a date, though. And I dare contemplate hurrying so I'm not late. Oh, what's wrong with my mental state? Oh, well, bipolar manic is how the psychiatric units have classified me. And 1,000 milligrams of Depakote, That's how they pacify me. Why? Because hopelessness, yes, can even test the very best. No, I just couldn't take it. Wrapped up in this cardboard blanket. And then it goes and goes and goes and goes. And I can continue, but I think we're supposed to wrap this up now.
Wow. Thank you, beautiful Angela, SkidRowSista. We are now understanding why you are the best video that has touched all of our hearts on this internet. You have gone viral, and you have gone to a place in our hearts that we can never forget and will always support. And we would love to continue to bring you back and create a segment where you give us special poetry. And we bring you on to give us that word. And that will continue to fuel you. Yes, and that will continue to fuel you and fuel your desires. And we want to, again, say to you, you are in our prayers. We uplift you. You are never homeless because you have a home of audience and listeners that are going to uplift you until you are on that Ellen show and you are showing everyone in the world your testimony that prayer works and unity works and love works, and you are an angel in works.
Wow. I want to see Steve Harvey because he's from up the street.
All right.
From the same
we go and Steve Harvey on him.
I need to see Steve Harvey about some things.
You got it.
But yes, I appreciate you. I am honored, and I appreciate your support. And whenever you need me, I'm available.
Amen. And again, big shout out to LaShawn for putting us together with Braids and Fades. We're going to put up her information. We're going to put up the information in the house. We'll get the GoFundMe going. Big shout out to L.A. Buck and Buck Tells his album, It Never Rains in L.A. Rest in paradise, the one and only Kobe Bryant, the one and only Nipsey Hussle. And we thank you and love you, Mr. Tupac Shakur. It would not be a Truth About Tupac or a movement without you, sir. And again, to Miss Afeni Shakur, to all of our angels that are awaiting heaven's door and Abraham's bosom, we again pray for every single peace of mind in this time of elections, in the time of divide. We hope for us to unite. There is no separation. Chuck D, Flavor Flav, you are the greatest group. Historically, you could never separate. What you contribute to history will forever be memorialized and memorialized, and we thank you again. This is a wrap. Truth About Tupac podcast number 2 is officially wrapped. Ashley, you want to take us out?
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. No, I just want to second that, D. Thank you for everyone that called in. Even if you didn't get on the line, shouts out to Agua Utility for getting on the line. Shouts out to A. King Life family that's been listening. We're going to bring him on in a future episode. And then I know we still got a handful of listeners live right now, so if there's anybody else want to say something, you got about 60 to 90 seconds to jump on, dial the number, hit the access code. Otherwise, make sure y'all subscribe to Bigger Picture Productions. We're live on the channel right now, so hit the subscribe link below. We'll be putting the audio up later on SoundCloud, so make sure you tuned in to the Bigger Picture Production Truth About Podcast SoundCloud. And thanks. Last week we had Nigel on. You know what I mean? We jumping it off well. D-Love, man, shout out. We'll be coming from YouTube space live next week.
Live at YouTube space, man. Anybody want to come in and be in the audience? Special subscribers that want to come into the audience, leave a comment and say you would like to go to YouTube Space LA, and you could be officially become some of our official cast, crew members, and just posses. All right, this thing is getting bigger and bigger thanks to you guys. We're officially out. Good night on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and thank you again to the Queen and one and only Miss Angela. Everyone that's right now homeless. We're going to keep getting this money and getting this word out to help you one at a time. Love you guys. Truth About Tupac is official, like a referee with a whistle, a gangster with a pistol. It's a wrap. We go. See you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. West Coast.